solution, then we say that we define that solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more chemically non-reacting substance whose composition can be varied within certain limits. Solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more chemically non-reacting substances whose composition can be varied within a certain limits. Now, from here we can take two things. One is homogeneous mixture. What do you mean by homogeneous mixture? Homogeneous mixture is a mixture which have uniform composition throughout the solution. यहाँ पर सॉल्यूशन का यूनिफॉर्म कंपोजिशन होगा. यूनिफॉर्म कंपोजिशन मींस फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज of a solution is uniform. Composition uniform होगा and physical properties also uniform of a solution. Therefore, we can say that homogeneous mixture. क्या क्या यूनिफॉर्म होना चाहिए? एक तो उसका कंपोजिशन यूनिफॉर्म होगा पूरे सॉल्यूशन में. सेकेंड वन, उसकी फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज क्या होंगी? यूनिफॉर्म होंगी. तो दिस इज होमोजेनियस मिक्सचर. सेकेंड थिंग वी गेट फ्रॉम हियर दैट इज केमिकली नॉन रिएक्टिंग सब्सटेंस. केमिकली नॉन रिएक्टिंग सब्सटेंस से यहाँ पर ये मीनिंग है कि these cannot react with each other. The components of solution cannot react with each other because if they react with each other they can form compounds. So there is no formation of compound. When we react two or more than two substance, then they will not form compound. Such type of substance forms solution. तो इसमें क्या होगा? दो या दो से ज्यादा सब्सटेंस को मिक्स करते हैं तो उनमें रिएक्शन नहीं होनी चाहिए. केमिकल रिएक्शन यहाँ पर नहीं होनी चाहिए. कंपाउंड का फॉर्मेशन नहीं होना चाहिए. और दूसरा, कंपोजिशन इनका क्या होना चाहिए? यूनिफॉर्म होना चाहिए. और उस सॉल्यूशन की पूरे एरिया में, पूरे रीजन में, उस रीजन में, उस सिस्टम में जहाँ जिसमें हमने सॉल्यूशन प्रिपेयर किया है उसमें उसका इक्वल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन हो और फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज क्या हो? यूनिफॉर्म हो, चेंज हो. फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ वी टेक sugar molecules, there is water in this test tube, and we take sugar molecules, this is water, and we take sugar molecules, we add sugar molecules. Then the sugar uniformly distributed in whole the solution. यहाँ पे शुगर का सॉल्यूशन डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन क्या हुआ है, यूनिफॉर्म हुआ है, और कंप्लीट इस पूरे सॉल्यूशन में स्वीटनेस क्या होगी, इक्वल होगी। तो यहाँ पे जो प्रॉपर्टी आई स्वीटनेस की, वो स्वीटनेस क्या होगी, इक्वल होगी, इसमें कोई चेंजिंग नहीं आएगी। हम ये कह सकते हैं जैसे हमारे एटमॉस्फेयर में एयर है, तो इस एयर में ऑक्सीजन, नाइट्रोजन एंड अदर गैसेज, तो ऑक्सीजन, नाइट्रोजन ये सब क्या हो रही है, पूरे एयर में यूनिफॉर्मली डिस्ट्रीब्यूट है। ऐसा नहीं है कि किसी एक स्पेसिफिक जगह पर ऑक्सीजन का अमाउंट बहुत ज़्यादा है, वहाँ पे नाइट्रोजन का अमाउंट कम है, तो अप्रोक्सीमेटली इनका जो यूनिफॉर्म है। तो दिस इज composed of solutes and solvents. So there are two components of solution, one is solute and another one is solvent. First of all, we have to study about solute. What do you mean by solute? First, solute is present in less amount. Second, the properties of solution of solute, the properties of solute may be retained, मतलब सोल्यूट की प्रॉपर्टीज क्या होंगी, बनी रहेगी। सोल्यूट की प्रॉपर्टीज का लॉस बहुत कम होगा, जनरली लॉस नहीं होगा, सोल्यूट अपनी प्रॉपर्टीज रखेगा, लॉस नहीं होगा। थर्ड की सॉल्यूशन की क्या आएगी, प्रॉपर्टीज आएंगी। तो पहला क्या हो गया सॉल्यूट का, कि ये लेस अमाउंट में होगा, स्मॉल अमाउंट में होगा, इसकी क्वांटिटी स्मॉल होगी, कम होगी। दूसरा, इसकी प्रॉपर्टीज का लॉस हो भी सकता है और नहीं भी, लेकिन जनरली इसकी प्रॉपर्टीज का लॉस नहीं होता। ठीक है, इसकी फिजिकल इट इज present in more amount। फर्स्ट चीज क्या होगी कि इट इज प्रेजेंट इन मोर अमाउंट, ये ज्यादा अमाउंट में प्रेजेंट होगा। कौन, सॉल्वेंट। सेकेंड थिंग, इसकी सेकेंड थिंग आती है कि इट डज नॉट, जनरली इट डज नॉट लॉस, जनरली फिजिकल स्टेट इज रिटेन्ड, इसकी फिजिकल स्टेट का लॉस नहीं होगा, इसकी फिजिकल स्टेट बनी रहेगी। तो इसी के आधार पे, ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दिस पॉइंट, वी कैन स्टेट दैट सॉल्वेंट एंड सॉल्यूशन हैव सेम फेज। हम क्या कह सकते हैं कि सॉल्वेंट और सॉल्यूशन की फेज क्या होगी, सेम होगी। मतलब हम ये कह सकते हैं कि द फिजिकल स्टेट ऑफ अ सॉल्यूशन इज डिटरमाइंड बाय द फिजिकल स्टेट ऑफ सॉल्वेंट। किसी भी सॉल्यूशन की फिजिकल स्टेट को कौन डिटरमाइन करेगा, सॉल्वेंट डिटरमाइन करेगा। द फिजिकल स्टेट ऑफ सॉल्यूशन इज डिटरमाइंड बाय द फिजिकल स्टेट ऑफ। Students, there are some type of solutions on the basis of physical state of solution. On the basis of physical state of solution, solutions are classified in 9 types. First of all, we will take the solutions in which physical state of solvent is gas. And as we discussed earlier, if the physical state of solvent is gas, that means physical state of solution, that will be gas. Therefore these are called gaseous solutions. First of all, we will study about the type of solution in which solute is gas and solvent is gas. We can say that gas in gas, and examples of such type of solutions are mixture of oxygen and nitrogen. These are the examples of mixture of oxygen and nitrogen are the examples of gas in gas solution. Second one is when the solute is in liquid state and solvent is in gaseous state, then the examples of such type of solutions are chloroform vapors in nitrogen, or we can say that water vapors in nitrogen. Water vapors in nitrogen is also the example of this. Another one is when the solute is solid and solvent is gas. This is also solid in gas, and examples of this is camphor vapors in nitrogen, naphthalene vapors in nitrogen, or camphor vapors in air, naphthalene vapors in air, anthracene vapors in air. So all of these three, the physical state of solvent is gas, and therefore the physical state of solution is also gas. So these are called gaseous solutions. Next one, the solutions in which physical state of solvent is liquid. So they form liquid solutions. For example, gas in liquid such as oxygen dissolved in water. This is very important for aquatic life. Oxygen dissolved in water. Another example of this type of solution is carbon dioxide dissolved in soft drinks or aerated soft drinks. Another one is liquid in liquid. For example, ethanol in water, methanol in water, and acetone in water. These are the examples of liquid in liquid. Another one in which solute is solid and solvent is liquid, and its examples are sugar in water, salt in water, NaCl in water, common salt, and other ionic solids which will dissolve in water are examples of this type of solution. And all these solutions, the physical state of solution will be liquid. Therefore, these are liquid solutions. Next one is the solutions in which physical state of solvent is solid. So these are solid solutions. For example, gas in solid, and gas in solid is, और इसका एग्जाम्पल है सॉल्यूशंस ऑफ हाइड्रोजन इन पैलेडियम. हम ये कह सकते हैं कि हाइड्रोजन इज प्रेजेंट इन इंटरस्टिशियल स्पेस ऑफ पैलेडियम एंड प्लेटिनम इज द एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ सॉल्यूशंस ऑफ गैस इन सॉलिड. नेक्स्ट वन, लिक्विड इन सॉलिड. liquid in solid, and its examples are amalgam of mercury and sodium, amalgam of mercury and zinc. We can say that all amalgams are examples of liquid in solid. And third one, solid in solid, and its examples are copper dissolved in gold, and all alloys are examples of solid in solid. So in all these solutions, the physical state of solution is solid, therefore these are called solid solutions. These are called solid solutions. Friends, the alloy are examples of solid in solid, amalgam are examples of liquid in solid. Okay. Concentration of solutions defines the composition, it defines the composition or relative amounts of solvent and solute in solution. Concentration is a normal variable. Concentration क्या है? Normal variable है, and it indicates about the composition and relative amounts of solvent and solute present in a solution. इन दोनों चीजों के बारे में हमें कंसंट्रेशन इंडिकेट करती है, इन दोनों चीजों को कंसंट्रेशन डिफाइन करती है. नाउ डेफिनेशन ऑफ कंसंट्रेशन, वी कैन से दैट कंसंट्रेशन of a solution is defined as the amount of solute present in given quantity of solution. This will be the definition of concentration. Concentration is the amount of solute, किसी भी solute का amount present in given quantity. Given quantity means we can say that known quantity, certain quantity. In given quantity, known quantity of solution. This is called. Earlier we have studied about concentration of solution, and we studied that concentration of a solution is the amount of solute present in given amount of solution. So a very number of ways by which we can express the concentration of a solution. So these ways are as first normality and then formality. Out of these ways we will take first strength. Strength. What do you mean by strength? Strength is defined as the amount of solute in grams present in 1 liter of solution. Amount of solute, it is defined as the amount of solute in gram present in 1 liter of solution. We can say that strength will be equal to mass of solute divided by volume of solution in liter. Volume of solution in liter, and its unit will take the unit of mass of solute in gram and unit of volume of solution in liter. Therefore, its units are gram liter inverse or gram per liter. Next one, mass percentage is equal to mass of a component divided by mass of a solution into 100 gram. Mass percentage, it is defined as the mass of a component in a given solution, mass of the component per 100 gram of the solution. Now, we will take a question. Calculate mass percentage of benzene and carbon tetrachloride if 22 gram of benzene is dissolved in 122 gram of carbon tetrachloride. This question is taken from our NCERT textbook. Here mass of benzene is given and mass of carbon tetrachloride is given. Both the mass of both components are given. What we'll have to do? First of all, we will get the mass of solution. How will we get the mass of solution? When we add the mass of carbon tetrachloride and the mass of benzene, then we will get the mass of solution. And after putting the formula, we will get the mass percentage of each component, that is benzene and carbon tetrachloride. Let's go to the mass of benzene is 22 gram and mass of carbon tetrachloride is 122 gram. ठीक है? What will we have to find? We have to find the mass percentage of carbon tetrachloride and the mass percentage of benzene. First, we have to calculate the mass of solution. Mass of solution will be equal to mass of benzene and mass of carbon tetrachloride in this question. Then we will get 22 plus 122, we will get 144. Now, putting the formula, mass percentage is equal to mass of a component divided by mass of solution multiplied with 100. Then we get mass percentage of benzene is equal to 22 into 100 divided by 144. We will get after the solution 15.28%. From here, similarly, we calculate the mass percentage of carbon tetrachloride. 122 multiplied with 144 into 100, we will get 84.12%. Here we can check it, the mass percentage of carbon tetrachloride and mass percentage of benzene will be equal to 100 or reasonably less than 100.